Yeah, I caught the clap.
It,
Thankfully, it's just a literal clap and not the other clap.
this guy.
Hey, and it begins.
Yeah, we're rolling.
uh,
Make sure you watch where you're going. I don't want you to fall, brother.
oh, I see. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think it should be fine on my part. Even, my phone's gonna time out, but the audio is gonna still keep on recording. I've done it with.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, we got phone audio. It's cool.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Okay, I don't want that to be seen in the shot, the shadow of the gimbal.
We're at cinematic mode right now.
It's still on cinematic mode.
Dope,
The
dope.
background's all blurred out.
Yeah.
And so, being like,
Shout out to Nefty, by the way. Shout out to Nefty Projects. We're at Topanga State Park. Last time we were here, 2021 lifestyle music video. Check that out. This guy was holding a gimbal on Eagle Rock on the cliff on an incline, recording me rapping. That takes a lot of strength, energy. So shout out to Nefty, and we're back here hiking, conversation with LaynoProd till I land. More about the album, more about me. Nefty Projects, the director. He's gonna shout out the homie. He's gonna ask me a bunch of questions. I'm gonna try to do my best to be open to answering it to the best I can. So, morning hike with Layno. Breathing already on this incline. It's a little late, 9 a.m. Pretty late for a hike, but hey, man, the sun's beautiful. You can see. I don't know if you can see all this, if the camera will pick it up, but look at this, man. We're blessed. Like, look at this view alone. We're not even nowhere yet, but hell yeah. I think I hear a lot of breathing in this video. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna hear a lot of Layno breathing. Okay, so I think to start off with is well, first thing that I think about is what makes you like want to keep on making music and making like your musical projects aimed towards Japan. Like, you know, what is it about Japan that just it inspired it? Like, it's almost like never ending inspiring because you've been trying to catch my breath. You've been making like songs about Japan ever since your first album. You know, Japan, and then Japan Part 2, all in the first, and then you're continuing with this recent album.
Japan's like, when I was there in 2020, like right in the beginning of the pandemic, it was crazy that me and my brother would go on a risky flight to even go to Korea, then Japan for a week each, and just the culture shock I saw there, the food, the sights, the sounds, and just what they do for hip-hop, for culture, anime, music, audio tech, fashion, streetwear. Like, their movies, like, they're always ahead of the game. They're always influential. They're one of the biggest influencers in our culture too, in American culture too, and vice versa. And they just do a lot of dope stuff. I think from an artist creative perspective, they do a lot of dope stuff as someone that's been there, you know, for only 5 days in 2020. And seeing that in person just hits different. And the influence resonated so much that I made a song called Japan on my first album, Van Gogh and the Matrix. That carried on to this fourth album, which originally was going to be called Japan Part 3. Then it grew to Till I Land. So in short words and summary, Japan, like, you guys just have to go there. If you've never been, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think everyone I know that's been there, shout out to my friend Claudio that's out there right now. He was able to revisit, and he's the guy that did this, by the way, the Japanese art. Plug in the merch, not available anymore, exclusive, it's done. Get the Till I Land merch while you can if you see this video. Hats and t-shirts available. But it's like, that's the thing. That's how influenced we are in art and design and all that. So, shout out Japan, you know, I want to go back. Hopefully me, the homie Nefty could go, and the other homies as well that never been. I highly recommend everyone, if they have a chance, to go there for sure, because it's a place like none other. You know, I've been to Philippines, I've been to Malaysia, recently in New York, and I've never been to Europe. I definitely want to go to Europe, but Japan is always giving me that few percentage edge of like, this is fucking dope. I don't know what else to say. I love sushi. Like, I barely got into anime. Like, in music and art and everything, like, you can see the influence. Like, they're top tier, man. That's all I gotta say. Much love to Japan. I was about to speak Japanese, but I was like, I haven't been practicing. Let me try this. 私は音楽アーティスト、音楽プロデューサー Audio engineer this. There you go. If you know, you know. Shout out my boy Plu, co-producer Ukiyo and Cinema. He's out there in Japan. I'm out there to hopefully meet him too and make more music with him. Never met the guy, just collabed online, so hell yeah.
Only got this album.
Did that answer your question, by the way? Nefty? Nefty is asking the question, by the way, if you guys don't know. Nefty is asking the questions. So you know, like, this is not scripted, by the way. Nefty is actually curious, huge supporter and collaborator. And he genuinely wants to know too, not only for the viewers, but Nefty himself is asking these questions. You want to show yourself?
I'll probably be off angle on that, but it's fine. But I was, I think like, as much as, because I like the detail that you're giving into it, because you always have like a very you always have like a deep introspective, and that's exactly what I would want to hear on this, in these kind of questions, because I'm like, you keep going on and on.
Yeah, so the con of that though is I'd be rambling sometimes, yapping, so if you feel I'm talking too much, just, I give you permission to cut me off and be like, okay, but back to the question. I won't even feel offended, because I tend to talk too much, so, you know, we want to keep this maybe hour and a half, 2 hours at most, but if it's a 3-4 hour of Layno yapping, that's too much, you know.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Shout out the deer, they're right there too.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I see the.
Yeah.
Y'all see the deer? They just disappeared. Wait, no. About to.
Yeah.
Kind of like disappearing into the bushes. Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah. John Deere. All those that are photos of the product.
This guy Nefty is a comedian out here. Nah. They're very cute. See, speaking of deer, if you guys seen one of the first animes I've seen was Princess Mononoke by Studio Ghibli. There's the scenes of the forest animals popping out. It's very meta. Anyways, next question.
Okay. Like, is there any specific experiences from the Japan culture that stuck out to you to the point where it's like it created this sense of not like inspiration that it just seems like it never stops? Is there like any specific experiences that you had in Japan, or any specific things about the culture?
Yes, for sure. They pride themselves, and I've witnessed it. They do a lot of things to the highest quality, from the food to the society of the cleanliness, the subway system, the clothes, the mannerisms when you meet people out there. There's a level of respect, there's a level of order, there's a level of craftsmanship. You could tell they care in a lot of things they do, and the dope things we're able to witness as tourists entering the country, you know? So, you know, shout out Japan. They put, like, there's this philosophy by Miyamoto Musashi with how you do one thing is how you do everything. That really resonates with me, you know? Even when things look mundane, of, say you're at your day job, or you're, doing chores or whatever, it might be easy to just be like, I'm not going to give it my effort, because why, right?
Yeah.
But how you do one thing is how you do a lot of things, if not everything. So shout out to them. They put a lot of intention and care in things that they make and produce for people to consume. So
ooh, okay. Like, that's the beginning part of like how I would want to what I would be wondering. And I think like to try to get into the deeper parts of the album. Did you always plan for the album to be 15 tracks?
Man, at first it was gonna be like 24 tracks, like every hour of the day kind of thing. Then that was too many, in my opinion, looking back. Narrowed it down to maybe 18, then 15, 14, even 12. For the longest I wanted it 14, because a lot of my favorite albums are 14 tracks. Travis Scott, Birds in the Trap, The Weeknd, After Hours, Kanye West, Graduation, Kendrick, Damn, Daft Punk, Discovery. A lot of things are 14 tracks. It's like a great length, and I realized it with The Weeknd's After Hours. The Weeknd After Hours vinyl. There's 2 vinyl, each vinyl 7 tracks, each side A, B side 3 or 4 tracks, 3, 4, 3, 4. And sonically it was a good pace to flip the vinyl, and I was like, oh, this is like makes sense logically too, for that many. It's about 45 to an hour long. My album Till I Land ended up being like around 50 minutes, 52 minutes, I think, 52, yeah. So around 14, 15 tracks, 12 to 15 really is, maybe 16, 17 at most, is great for an album. I can see why, especially with a variety of tracks. But I always had this issue of making too many songs. But the difference with this album compared to the other three is that there's no skips, there's no filler records. Everything's intentional. It took me literally like 2 years to make all the songs in entirety. So yeah, it's very intentional that it became 15 tracks. I really thought it was going to be 14, like all my favorite albums. But shout out Plu, again, he sent me this last beat, the song for Cinema. Ended up recording to that. And even after that, I added one more little outro to that, which there's like a couple songs like Cinema and Japan Part 3. It's a 2-part song. And so technically it's 15 tracks, but it feels like 17 tracks, really. So, you know, there's no rules to it. There's guidance of reference points that we're inspired by. But as you just heard from me explaining the logic behind why it's that certain length, there's also that freedom of like, I wanted 14 tracks, but 15, I like the song. Why would I leave it out? You know, it was one of the last songs to be recorded was Cinema. So yeah.
So would you say that like the Cinema was the song that was the breaking point of like the 14 to 15 tracks?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What made you want to not like have it be 2 separate songs and like have it combined into one?
Because I already knew I broke from the 14, so it's like, okay, am I really gonna say it's 18 and one of the tracks is a minute long? Like, nah, let me just throw it in.
Like,
even like,
yeah. You
yeah.
never were into making like interludes into your.
Nah, I just want full-on tracks. Like, yeah, that's just my opinion and my preference. But even like, you know, like Travis Scott, Astroworld, there's like 3 beat switches, or even Kendrick, right? There's beat switches. So it's like that. Like 2 of the songs, Japan Part 3 and Cinema, both have like beat switches at the end. So it feels like another song, but it's too short. Shout out Nefty.
Oh shoot. Hey.
Hello, morning.
Oh, watch out for the brand.
Oh yeah.
Ding ding. What was it, Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And let me know when we need to take a breather, by the way. We're almost at a cool viewpoint too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
Do it.
yeah, let's wait that.
Oh,
Sorry, we can go ahead.
there's someone walking up. Yeah, that's it.
Audio's still going? You want to check?
Oh, it's still going. Like,
Okay, dope.
yeah, it should be still going.
What are we at right now? Like 10, 15 minutes?
It is 12:51. Almost 13.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so dang, you could hear how out of breath I
There's a
am.
little viewpoint here. You want to catch some breath here?
And then we could just start all over from the top, like, you know, the clap and then go from there.
Oh, so you want to break it in parts? Yeah.
I mean, we can. Yeah. It was like
Then we don't need to clap then if we're not going to break it, but yeah, it's up to you.
Okay.
Look at this little viewpoint, guys. Come on, it's still rolling.
rolling.
Look at this, man. Shout out everyone that's enjoying California and LA. Topanga State Park. These are the Santa Monica Mountains to your right. It's like I'm a tour guide. But yeah, look at that. This spot was burned down like years ago. I'm glad all the greenery, you know, grew back.
Well, I had like the archive footage. I would have been down to show that. Yeah, this gimbal, I guess it can't really handle the weight of like a certain phone.
It is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end.
Yeah,
Facts.
like,
It's real philosophical, you know?
Oh, yeah. Got a little clip of that just in case if...
We're basically going there, and then you'll see the ocean.
Ooh. The journey is more important than the end. Let's start.
But yeah, you want to ask questions here, or you want to keep going? Shout out to the interviewer, Nefty Project. See, I'm making him exercise right now.
I know.
As well as me.
And
he's holding the gimbal, guys, so he's putting in the work.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, because that was what I was curious about. I was also wondering though too. Do you ever obviously you like to involve some sort of structure into your album. So
yeah,
is there any structure in this album that you never expected to work on compared to the first 3 albums you worked on?
Kind of like unexpected. Oh wow, this went this direction.
Yeah, it went this direction. Like, is there any like you found yourself going into a new direction, or was it intentional?
Yeah. I mean, people that are close to me know when it was originally called Japan Part 3, there was a sound. It was like, you know, Japanese, Asian, Eastern kind of melodies, kind of like, you know, Young Thug, Gunna, YSL kind of sounding beats and songs. And that was influenced by my song Japan as well on the first album, but it eventually became more cinematic. You have UK garage, house, you have R&B, you have recently jerk music, you have plug-in B, you have more old school rapping, you have more the West Coast feel. Like there's a lot of different styles, and that's just testament to the who I work with and the stuff I'm influenced by. It's a wide variety. So you go in and you make a project, and because I'm a lover for music, a lover of music, you're open to other styles. Like good music is good music. If it sounds dope, I'm gonna make it regardless of the genre or type of sound it is. So yeah, and you know, reading Rick Rubin's Creative Act book just got my mindset more open to creating in the creative process. I'm very present, and I don't need to have a fixed way of what I'm gonna accomplish. I'm open to what God, what the universe, you know, sends to my satellite, what I download, you know, and that's how you got those songs, you know. I was just very in the moment of making them, and looking back at it, it's like, damn, I don't know if I'm be able to recreate that, because it's just, that's what these art projects are. They're pieces of work that capture a moment of time of how I was feeling and the people I work with. So yeah, you never really know how it's gonna go. You just gotta trust the process. Sounds cliche, but it's very true. And yeah, you end up getting something dope. As long as you like it first, you know, a lot of audience people are gonna like it. Not everyone though, you know. It takes time to find the people that rock with what you got going on, but you gotta like it first. And that's also a testament to the time and practice I put in over the years working on this fourth album. You know, it's a lot of music I've recorded beforehand, so I know what I like, I know what new stuff I want to try out, and even then, this is my best album. There's many more projects in coming that, I don't know, it might go a different direction, might be better, might be worse. Like, I'm open to it. So yeah.
That is so interesting to hear, because sometimes like it's like, I know that in most cases, whenever people are deciding to want to make a project, no matter what it is, you already have like an initial idea.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes it always most times it always changes due to your circumstances.
Yeah, that's what it is. And if I want to stay authentic and true to who I am, things going on in my life, things going on in my head, my heart, my soul, my ears, like, it's gonna change the way how it actually. So what you guys are getting is a result of all the things that along the path. It's a reflection of my life, really. That's what the album is. It's a reflection of my life up to the age of 27. So yeah, things might change or grow from here, but hey, I'm excited to see what's next. But you know, hopefully you guys understand more of the context. So I'm glad you asked that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, because I always get curious about the deeper parts, like, or just like the more in-depth parts of the production, because some things we see the final result like as the fans, but we don't know like what obstacles you came across in making them, especially that had to force you to shift your direction.
That's true. I completely ignored the whole event of me losing my files. Let me break this down for those that don't know. In 2023, I was working on at the time Japan Part 3, which is now called Till I Land. The what do you call it? I was working on the first batch of songs end of 2022. Some songs are from end of 2022. Dragon Mode, Japan Part 3, Nako, like that's why they have that sound. But the rest of the album doesn't sound like that, because in 2023, January to June, I was making a lot of music. And then I got this new hard drive. Shout out SanDisk. They're getting in trouble now for it. Everyone got refunded. But I bought it in May. It was a 4 terabyte, I think, 2 or 4 terabyte. And I was like, yes, I have more space now. Cool. Let me transfer everything to it. Me being dumb and naive, I don't know. I didn't save a copy. I just transferred everything to that drive. No backup, nothing. This is all the files, all the sessions. And then after 2 weeks of using it, it stopped docking. It stopped showing up on my screen when I would plug in the hard drive. And I was like, I tried everything. I went to the back end of the MacBook, to the coding, whatever things, to try to have it dock manually. I was looking for online Reddits and trying to troubleshoot. And I realized people that bought the hard drive, not only in May like I did, but in April and March, all experienced that. And I got a full refund, but I think they're facing a lawsuit right now. But it's like, yeah, it just stopped working. And I tried to recover the files through an alternative program on my PC laptop, and I got the files back, but it was all different names, so that was a little discouraging. But even worse, none of the session files, the .flps for FL Studio users, the .ptx for Pro Tools users, I couldn't reopen the sessions of the songs I was working on. So it's a little discouraging. Like, damn, I can't go back and edit or change nothing, nor do I have the full-on stems of the vocals and the beat. So I kind of just moved on, became more stoic, got into stoicism, kept it pushing, and I worked on new songs, which turned out to be better because now you get all the other 10 songs that are like way better in my opinion than what I was working on. So everything's meant to be, man. But now I'm super careful and a little extra paranoid and super on my P's and Q's. Whenever I record music, I always back it up, not only in the drive, but I email it to myself, all that. Like, I'll make sure nothing gets deleted if it's not meant to be deleted. And I can't let that happen again, you know? So yeah, bad hard drive, never again, looking at it.
Is that the name of your next album?
Nah. But let's continue walking?
Let's go walking. Yeah, I'm just going to bring that up.
Yeah, you want to get this? Because, you know, people that know left side's my good side.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah, man.
In the moment, but
that was a good question. I was like, yeah, I gotta let people know. Like, my hard drive got freaking wiped. I even say on Japan Part 3, I said, what I say at the end of the beat of Japan Part 3, I'm like, asking why my memory wiped and I became stoic, like something like that. I'm bad with my own lyrics. Even like I said something along the lines of my hard drive or my memory got wiped. My literal memory on my computer got wiped. 6 months of imagine somebody that works on music, beats, record sessions, 6 months of songs and beats all like unaccessible.
Yeah,
that'll make me want to do something crazy, but it's like I became stoic more. Handled that nicely.
Like you have to learn to improvise.
Yeah.
In the unfortunate parts.
Yeah, and that's how life is. They just throw stuff at you like that, and you just gotta learn how to handle it because that's just what happens, you know. You can't plan for that, but you could always control. What you can control is how you react to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
True.
So
I want to experience. But anyways, I was like I feel like I'm like right now. It just feels like I'm going like trying to go more in depth because you know what? I would also. And this is just this came up in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever, you know, about like when people make either a podcast or like a video series about the commentary of their songs, like this song came from the inspiration of this.
Yes. I love that stuff. The background of the songwriting and the music and the process, for sure.
At the same time, like I remember from my experience when I first heard the album. Right from the start of hearing Foreign Lands, and especially when
shout out Meek, that's my boy. I'm gonna see him in Vegas next week. Yeah. By the time this video's out, I'll already be there. But shoot,
because I'm gonna be honest, I remember the emotional experience I had listening to it for the first time. Felt like, oh no, this is an album that just feels. I already feel like I'm gonna go through a ride with this album.
Hell yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, and I never thought I would hear Layno like this loud, you know, this hard.
Yeah, bro, it's like festival shit. EDC Los Angeles.
Yeah, so I was gonna say like what made you want to make obviously besides like the sound of the song, like how good it is. Oh shoot, let me move out of the way real quick.
Yeah, we got mountain bikers.
Yeah. I was gonna say knowing that Foreign Lands is cool.
Ooh, that was cinematic.
Yeah, I'm so glad I caught that ahead of time.
Yo, rap video. No, but sorry, Foreign Lands.
I was gonna say, besides because the sound already gives it that vibe that it would be a good opener to the song. Was there any other reason why you decided to make that the first track on the album?
Yeah, it feels like so me and Meek were making that for at least 9 months. Oh shoot. So I visited him. Shout out my boy Meek out in Vegas. That's a brother from another mother. Vegas is like my second home. I saw Meek multiple times in 2021, back when I used to work with him. And basically, we made a lot of music. And then I haven't seen him all 2022. I was switching jobs. I was figuring life out. Didn't do no traveling 2022. 2023, shout out my boy Paolo. We go out to see Meek in May 2023. We filmed the Ukiyo music video. We make other songs. And then after that is when like my memory drive wiped and all that, like June 2023. And then it's like, damn, let's work on new shit, fuck it. But you know, remotely through Zoom, through Discord, we're working on stuff remotely. And I was telling Meek, I was like, you're out here, you're a DJ, producer, musician, engineer, you're doing EDM, that's like your bread and butter. I'm very into house, I'm very into UK garage. He does more of the dubstep, but he also does the house stuff, and he could do the garage stuff too. So we make a unique kind of version of that, and I'm already liking what he's sending me production wise. Then I record my vocals at my home in LA, in my home studio, the Layno there. And then boom, I start recording the vocals and I send it off to him. He does the pitch, he changes the pitch, you know, up or down, I forgot what it was, puts a certain effect. And I was like, damn, that's my voice. He altered it, but it sounds dope. And that's the good thing about EDM records and collabing with people that do that is like sonically, it just hits different. And we kept building on that track for at least 9 months. Like, I put Meek through hell for that, man. We had 9 masters. Like, Master V9 was the one we ended up going with. But shout out to Meek for putting up with me, because clearly that song's a banger, bro. And when we finished it, even when we were making it, I was like, bro, I'm gonna put this at the top. This feels like a great opener, because no one's this is the main kicker, like no one is expecting Layno for his 4th album to open up with a house record off bat, you know what I mean? Like, you would think I'd be rapping or doing my auto-tune wavy melodic stuff, but it's like I'm giving you guys some festival shit like off bat to show you the feeling that you get of waking up in the morning, you're ready to go. It's hitting like coffee, like like literally that's what it is. Like, let's go. It's kind of like a let's go, you know. The first lines is, and when everything's crashing down, don't forget what you're made of. Not now, I can feel your spirit falling, but I'm here to catch it, don't worry. Like, it's very fucking it's very encouraging, it's very motivational. It's like, if you're feeling down, I'm here for you, buddy. Like, whether that's a significant other, a friend, a family member, or maybe it's God talking to me. Ooh, that's some meta. Yay! No, it could be if you look at the lyrics. Like, that's the beauty of songwriting, you know, the openness, the art behind it. But it's like, you know, we go through a lot of hard times. We want to start with positivity, man. People not doing that enough. I like happy music. There's not enough happy music in the world. Like, I actually like feel good, happy music. And you know, I'm not saying all my songs are like that. There's definitely sadder songs even on this album, but it's like, I want to open with that to show people, like, we got to start on a good note and end on a good note. Right. But yeah, did that answer your question in a way?
Honestly, dude, like I said, I love the in-depth, like, you could go on, and I just love hearing the story behind it, like the in-depth story, because
yeah,
I think that also reveals like the not just the introspective, but the intention that you have behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever comes your way, even if you didn't intend it to, you still work your way into it, or you figure out how to work that into the project if you know it works.
And major props and credits to my boy Meek. He did the most on that project, and I'm thankful that he's always down to work with me. Again, love, brother from another mother, man. Shout out my boy Meek.
Yeah, okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Let me check something.
Oh, is it still, is the phone
It's still on. It's still on.
Okay.
It's just I want to see.
You want to see your phone if it's audio still going? What are we at right now? Like 45 minutes or?
28 actually.
Oh wow. I thought we were going longer.
Yeah, it's still going. No.
This path right here specifically, this hill right here, when me and Claudio hiked here, it was foggy and just the sun was peeping out. It looked very like dope. Cause like, you imagine there was a bunch of fog, you didn't see the sky, and you just see the beam of light. And I was like walking towards it. That's
like almost like a Christ-like image.
Yeah, actually get it from this angle. Yeah, like yeah. Yeah.
We can literally make like an image out of this. Hey, you could screenshot that, dude.
I'm such a rapper, guys. I'm an artist. Got the coffee. I always got a coffee or a yerb in a hand. Dragon mode. Jesus Christ. Till I land. Yeah. Nature. Alright.
People just walking and being like, what's he doing? Like just dancing in front of
It's like rappers, these rappers.
Yeah, rapper.
Anyways. You might want to go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go over here just because I don't want to bump into them.
Yeah. But you're going to be going on an incline eventually, so.
Yeah.
Once they pass, you could go back to the side, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll try to slow. I'll try to be slower, yeah. Okay, anyways.
So, I would say, low-key, one of my favorite tracks on the album, How Can I Lose? Dude,
damn.
That, like, knowing that, like, I haven't even visited visited Japan, don't know anything about the culture firsthand. I don't know, like, from the experience of listening to that gives me the sense of, it gives like a taste of Japan. But
yeah, shout out, real quick note, shout out the co-producer, David S. Park, but even more Ollie. Shout out Ollie Takahashi. He's I think he's Florida, I forgot. Man, my bad, Ollie. but he's definitely, I think, Japanese American, right? Hopefully, yeah, but He's dope. He makes dope melodies, and when he had that ding 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 ding, and then he had the synths. They're two separate melodies. Shout out my boy David. Me and him, David S. Park. We added the drums, and man, that's one of my favorite beats on there. And then I got shout out Boyd. It got him to do a fire verse on it, and I thought of just the hook. I don't do anything more, but just the hook. Last night, demons tried to climb my roof. Now the sunlight beaming outside my room. It feels nice when you're by my side in times of doom. Got my eyes wide open like how can I lose? How can I lose? How can I lose? Like super fucking, like it continues the motivational. It's a little slower than, because it was track 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was right after Foreign Land. So you had the positivity, and now it's like cooler, chiller, but it's still morning, get up. I wanted to make a song that's, you feel like the sunlight's waking you up. But a lot of people are telling me it's perfect for night drives. So I don't know what your question was. I might have answered it pre-hand, but what was your actual question for How Can I Lose?
My commentary on that, because just expressing like, you know, my appreciation for the final product of it is, you know, the track that it is.
That was the first one to get done, by the way. That was the first one to officially get done on the 15 tracks.
You just answered one of the questions I was going to ask later. What was the first track you worked on?
How Can I Lose? Yeah. Or the first track we finished, not first track we worked on, but first track we finished. It was shout out Boyd and shout out Ollie Takahashi and David S. Park, like that. It was too easy. I just did a hook, no verse needed. I did the least on that track, but it's one of my favorite hooks of all time. That shit just hits, bro. Like, it's just, you know, it's a good ass song. It's my OG favorite. How Can I Lose? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, I think if there was any questions that I had with it was it also intentional that you wanted to make it sound like a morning after type of song? That's the voice.
Yeah. I mean, one of the references mainly is Father Stretch My Hands, part 1, you know, Life of Pablo, Kanye, Kid Cudi, Metro Boomin. Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning, babe, nothing I wanted. That feeling of, whoa, like, it's almost gospel in a way, like how it hits, you know, so, yeah.
That was like one question, but also, running out of breath. Like,
and once we're at the top, I'm removing my jacket.
I know, I'm glad I didn't bring one. I think,
You need water, by the way? My bad. Let me help you out. Let me assist you.
Yeah, I think I have one in my backpack.
Nah, I got you. Take this, G. Need me to hold this real quick? Little water break, you know what I'm saying?
And just like keep on going on with your...
So this is the guy that's been interviewing me this whole time.
Yeah.
Shout out Nefty Project.
Like, I literally was like between doing this and doing this.
Hey, what's the you throwing some gang stuff? No, okay.
Yeah,
look at that beautiful sun.
Camera shy.
The view. We here at Topanga State Park.
This helps. Yeah, thank you. Because I was gonna try to, like, man, I really wish I could just ask more questions with it being in depth, because it's just like, was there like a specific inspiration for that song? Like, was there a root of why you wanted to make a song like that, or did it just come out of nowhere? Like, it wasn't based on anything specific. Wow.
Shout out. He healthy.
So glad he missed me.
Nah, he knew. But what, like, did I have the intention of making that kind of song?
I think like, because in the start of 'cause obviously every song, like, there's always like a kicker to a certain song. Was it like I feel like it's kind of two questions in one. One being was there like a specific like experience that triggered the inspiration of making the song? And the other question that I had was what came first, you know, the instrumental inspiration or the lyrical inspiration?
Got you. My bad. Can you hold this real quick? This coffee.
Yeah, of course.
Usually, my bad. Mic's still good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's keep it going.
Okay.
Usually, I write to the music. I think a lot of artists, specifically rappers, at least in 2024, we hear a dope beat, and mind you, I co-produced that too. So when me and David were making it, I already had some ideas for the hook, just because of the feeling. You know, I write and create a lot of music based on feeling. So when we made that, it felt like when we were making the beat, I was like, man, I don't have too many, with the exception of like Walking on Zuma and some stuff from Thank You God, like I don't have too many like good morning songs, right? So I wanted something that's like, you feel the sunlight, like you're just waking up, you know, crack of dawn kind of thing, and the sunlight is beaming through your blinds or your window, right? The window curtain. And that feeling of like, like it's gonna be a good day. You know what I mean? Like I had that in the back of my head, but it was always, you know, even when I write, if I don't have the full lyrics, I had the na 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 na. How can I lose? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it comes to you, you know. It's, I truly believe, like, I agree with a lot of school of thought, like what Rick Rubin says. It's like it's either from God or it's from the universe. It's something. It's not me, LaynoProd, coming up like, oh, he's some genius. It's like, no, you just stay present in what you're creating in that very sacred moment, and you're in that space of dope collaboration. And when the ideas come, you either act on it and capture it, or you don't. So that's what I was able to get. But obviously, through all the years of practicing, you're able to own on that craft of songwriting, coming up with melodies, the vocal tonality, the delivery, and how it flows within and sounds within and mixed within the beat. So yeah, long answer short, I write to the beat. Because that's why Prod is in LaynoProd. I still am prideful to be a producer, bro. LaynoProd.
Like you already answered like the first one too, like earlier on, about was there like a specific experience that triggered it? Like an experience, like a first-time experience, or just like an idea that came from?
Yeah, I wanted a morning song.
Oh, okay.
I think I started telling that to Boyd when I had him record, and for the session, I knew I wanted him on it. And yeah, I think I recorded the hook, and he did a so fire verse, and I was like, I don't even need to do a verse, like it's cool, like that's the song. So yeah, that's why it was one of the first ones and easiest ones to finish too.
Ooh, fire, dude. And it's still going. The audio's still going too. So
dope. What are we at? Like 35 or?
We are 36. You're
36. Cool.
37.
Dope.
Yeah, and so I don't feel myself sweating.
Yeah. So, this view's crazy, by the way. Look at this.
Okay. Yeah, hike with LaynoProd.
And Nefty projects.
Yeah, LaynoProd Adventures.
LaynoProd.
Layno Talks. Layno Talks on Layno Ventures.
LaynoPod.
LaynoPod, yeah.
The return? Nah, I'm kidding.
Dude,
this is specifically for Till I Land promo.
Dude.
But you know, more about me and my thoughts behind it.
There we go.
It's good.
We're good to go.
Okay, that should line them up, but yeah, let's wait for them to pass. But yeah, let's keep it going, and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so next song that I'm also wondering about is Lost in Translation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lost.
Morning.
Good morning. And so. Hello was just like, I'm trying to think of the question. So
it's hard to walk backwards going up.
yeah, dude, I remember going through that.
Anyways, start it again. My bad.
Yeah, Lost in Translation. There, when you were saying like when you named, like, did you decide to name it that after writing the lyrics?
That one, I just watched the movie beforehand. But when, shout out to my cousin Russell Groovy, before that we haven't made music in a minute, and when he had availability to record that one, and I just seen the movie, I remembered that theme. I'm a very macro person, was in the back of my head, and I told him as well. And that beat, shout out Zishan and Kimpe, obviously S tier, top tier beat, flawless victory kind of beat. It made it super easy for someone like me and Russell to, you know, and shout out my cousin Russell, like he's super fast when it comes with melody. So he did the chorus. Lost and found, but baby, how we blossom. Get to the end, we can start again. Yeah, I've been on my own lane and I'm find my way to get home to you. You know, we got things to do. Like, I was like, that's fucking, like he bodied that chorus. So like too easy. So like from then, I did my rendition of the chorus, same lyrics that he wrote, and I would make references to the movie. Lost in Translation. I think it's forgot his name. Something. Yeah, Bill Murray and young Scarlett Johansson. So it's like, yeah, it was like early 2000s, I think, 2003 or something. And it basically had really cool. It was a cool, you know, like love story kind of thing, but it was like, it was old video documents of Tokyo, you know, in the early 2000s. So it was very cool to watch too. So that was the inspiration behind that. But that song and that beat, man, that's a top favorite for a lot of people, like top 3 easily.
That's so interesting, man. Like all of it coming from, would you say that the main inspiration came from the movie? Like
a macro sense, in the back of my head kind of sense. But, you know, sometimes we have those things when we write, but it's not an end all be all. So we're just vibing, we're just flowing off of each other, bouncing ideas back and forth. You know, that's how a lot of me and my collaborators work, but especially me and my cousin Russell, like we make dope songs like that. I would say Lost in Translation is me and Russell Groovy's best song. It's rolling, by the way. Yeah, that's cool.
It keeps on rolling. It's just I'm trying to make sure that you're focused because this looks so beautiful.
Like, yeah. The greenery. Enjoy the views, by the way, guys. You guys seeing it too. LA, California.
Like, if we can't be here in present, like, you know, as close as we could get to Layno.
For all the new fans. No. But anyways, yeah, that was a great song, man. Lost in Translation.
Would you say that the process was it easy or like
very easy? Me and Russell, the way we work, fast, you know, and we got that done maybe 2 sessions max, or like it didn't take too long. Lost in Translation and Black Leather Bapestas were the only master V1s, meaning it only took one final edit for those 2 songs to be what we considered done. You know what I mean?
Sorry,
but yeah,
nice. I killed a fly.
All good. We're nature, guys. Doing this in real time. Not live though. No, but it is unscripted. Shout out Nefty again with these dope questions. We did not prepare nothing. We just genuinely curious, you know, and yeah, I'm gonna do my best to answer it. So ask away.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm so glad that honestly, I'm
watch out, Nefty.
Like, you know, my bad.
Yeah. Anyways, continue. My bad.
Okay, so is Superscenic the next one?
Yes, sir.
The one after that. Okay.
FHLS. Yeah, Superscenic.
Was Superscenic based on any like movie or show reference?
No, just this is how it came about. Long story short, shout out my boy Charlie Johnstone. So I invited him for a session, and Charlie is one of the dopest producers and musicians I've ever met. Shout out to him. If you guys have a chance to work with him or see him work, you'll know what I mean. And man, he's so good, and he could engineer as well. So when he was cooking up in the Layno era, he had his MacBook Pro. Mind you, he's an avid, really good keyboard piano player. He was playing since he was young. But he was just making the beat, no mouse like me, but no MIDI keyboard, just making it on his laptop, pressing the actual computer keyboard to trigger certain keys. He built out the chords, he put in certain loops, and I was telling him, hey bro, I love UK Garage, like, like UK Garage kind of rhythm. So I was like, I always wanted to do a UK Garage song. So he starts building that stuff, and he builds that beat really fast. It was all produced by him. Shout out to Charlie. And then, boom, he loads it of Pro Tools, the recording software, on my MacBook, and he's very saucy at that. I learned a lot of Pro Tools sauce from Charlie in engineering. So he's out there. I'm able to fully focus as an artist because I'm full on artist mode because he's out there taking care of the production and engineering. And, you know, he recently went to Japan during that time when we had that session. I was like, bro, how'd you like it? Tell me about it. And he's showing me all these dope pictures and all these places he went that I haven't been to either because I've only been to Tokyo. So I was like, bro, this is so inspiring. Let me just make a song about, like, the scenery and the things we saw out there and the dope stuff. So, you know, because the song was more fast-paced, it felt like, kind of like, I thought of the flow. You know, and then the word superscenic came to mind. I was like, is that even a word? It sounds like supersonic, but it's not supersonic. It's a superscenic view. It's like fast, but it's dope, and we'll do anything to go back. Like, that was the whole, you know. So that was super dope. And then I was like, it would be dope to have a female artist on here. So shout out Tia Janae, and dope collaborator, friend of mine since USC. Like, we all actually, shout out to Charlie too, we all went to USC. A lot of dope talent coming out from there. So when we did that shit was dope. Like, it was just about, you know, the dope scenery and things we've experienced when we went to Japan and the things we saw, and we'll do anything to go back, bro. I can't wait till I go back, man. It's super dope life, bro. Enjoy the sights and views you get to experience in this life in all places, not only in your hometown, but if you guys have the chance to see other cities and countries, man, take it all in because it's only a moment of time in your life, you know.
Would you say, like, is that what you think about most of the time when you think about that song, Superscenic?
Of Japan? Yeah, for sure. Sipping Suntory on a rooftop in Osaka. Off-white clouds around Mount Fuji feel so far from Shinjuku streetlights. Feel like we got time to talk some, but I'd rather rock your body, oh my future love. I'm lost. That's a Justin Timberlake reference. I'd rather rock your body, a song. I'm your future love sex sounds. That's Justin Timberlake. I'm lost, deep blues turn to cyan, blue, green, you, me, I need you to stay beside me, we'll do anything to go back, superscenic, I hate to leave, yeah, so that's...
So it was that, like, who was it that built it? Like, you said Charlie Johnson?
Charlie Johnson, my boy Charlie, yeah.
And he was the one that built the instrumental first, and he just like,
He made that quick. He's super talented, man. I'm thankful to work with that guy, man. He's a great friend, great collaborator,
ooh,
great musician, very inspiring, man. So, and yeah, Tia Janae, shout out to her too. She sauced it up with her verse, and made it super like complete, you know. So, hell yeah.
Oh, man, fine. So let's talk about the elephant in the room.
This guy's so media trained with the transitions. Yeah, Pink Elephants is the next track after. Yeah.
Yeah, because what the thing that came in my head is like obviously it's a very upbeat sounding track, but also has like the instrumental sounds upbeat, but then you pay attention to the lyrics and it's actually it almost feels like a friend consoling me. Like as the listener, it feels like you are my friend and you're consoling me. That's what it feels like.
Wow. Hell yeah.
That's what it felt like the experience.
I'm glad.
To it. Like, did you intend to make it like that?
Nah, it was more for myself, a message to myself. I'm glad it helped you out though.
Yeah.
I'm glad it motivated people outside of myself. A lot of times when I make music, it's kind of like what Larry June said in an old interview when he says, "Good job, Larry. Hey, you're doing good. Numbers." He's talking to himself because no one was there around to motivate him and encourage him, and sometimes I don't have everyone doing that for me, so I have to tell him, and I have to sit with myself and see what I tell myself. Self-love, guys. Self-love, self-care, you guys know what it is. So it's like you look in the mirror, but also pay attention to what you tell yourself and what, you know, how you talk to yourself. If you love and respect yourself, others will do as well. So, you know, I made that song as a way to be honest with myself, but also motivate myself. Like, used to be the shy kid, but now, boom, like we keep going. It's motivational. Like we're leveling up in life. Like that's what it is. And watching Hajime no Ippo, the first anime I've ever fully seen, boxing anime, I relate to Ippo, the main character, a lot. Let's just say he wasn't born to be a boxer, and he was a shy kid, picked on and all that, and he just worked at it. Every time he would fall down in the ring, he got back up. And he always worked on it, outworked everyone, kind of like Kobe, like, and boom, he just rose up to the ranks and accomplished many great things. But he also had a love for boxing, like for the craft. He would actually get offended in the series when people would not respect the art of boxing. That's how I feel about music. So it's like, you know what I mean? Shout out. I see myself in Ippo. So yeah.
So there was a lot of like inspiration that came behind like Pink Elephants. Obviously, like. Would you say like you are your own inspiration besides like the inspiration you saw from Hajime no Ippo?
Are we talking about sonically or songwriting wise or visually? Like
songwriting wise.
Songwriting wise?
First, at least first.
Yeah, it's a very Layno song. I mean, there's no other features on it, and I was the only one producing on it. And shout out to Nefty again. He filmed that video. If you guys haven't seen it yet, music video's out. Pink Elephants.
Like,
crazy. We were on a bus. We were on a boat. We were walking. We were just some New York shit, traveling shit. Yeah. We're almost there too. We're getting near the top of the top. Dude. So yeah.
I was yeah, because even like when interestingly enough when you asked instrumentally, like was it inspiring to like
stay right by the way.
Specific inspiration behind like the instrumental for Pink Elephants, was the inspiration the same or the different?
Oh, you're talking about the instrumental?
Yeah, the instrumental.
Watch out, Nefty. Hold on. Pause. There's some branches. Okay. You're about to trip on all that. Okay. Anyways, you're asking about the instrumental. We could sit here and talk a little bit. Yeah. We haven't sat this whole time. Let me sit right here, bro. Let me sit right here, buddy. You can sit right next to me, buddy. The mountains are calling and I must go.
The mountains are calling.
I'm going to add to this. I'm going to say the Mount Fuji is calling and I must go. Who knows? I've never seen I've only seen it from Haneda Airport, one of my first time there, but hey man, who knows? I can't wait to go back to Japan. Let's see what I end up seeing. Anyways, but yeah, look at this view. Take a seat. You were asking about Pink Elephant's instrumental, right?
Yeah, like hold up. Like instrumentation.
You can sit down, bro, if you want. If that helps.
I was trying to like make sense of what I was saying. The instrument. Why do I
instrumentation? The instrumentation.
The inspiration.
The inspiration behind the instrumentation.
Yeah, like was it like from the same things that inspired you? And like when you were making the song, was it the same references or was it the same things that inspired you to make the instrumental, like yourself and like the show, like Hajime no Ippo and like?
It's a little bit different. So, you know, my early hip hop roots of making beats as a producer, boom bap, chopping up samples, vinyl, not only sampling stuff online, but actual vinyl and having a record player, transferring the audio to FL Studio and making a beat out of it. I had this Japanese vinyl. I won't say which, but there's a part. It's from 80s or 70s. The guitar solo comes in, and Japanese guitar solo players back in that time period was crazy. I don't know if that's the right key, but like that was a dope guitar riff and solo, and I was like, I'm making a beat out of this, and that joint hits. Pinche Layno, put the beat on, fool. And I'm just rapping over that shit, and it's like, it adds to the boxing. It feels like fight, like the day of the fight, of the championship fight. Like when I watched Hajime no Ippo, obviously that was early 2000s. It had a lot of Japanese rock, J-rock. Like it had a lot of, I think his name's Tatsuyo Hamori. I'm butchering his last name, but he did Trigun as well. My main favorite anime, the one I watched right after. Like, he scored a lot of it, and he produced and he played in bands, and he was a guitar player. So like, you know, Japanese people, they're musicians, they know guitars, man. They make some dope stuff. So, and then the drums, I'm very into plug and B music, so those kind of drums were very plug and B style. So yeah, it's one of the few plug and B songs besides Simpler Times. You know, it's one of my favorite genres of all time, to music styles, production styles, subgenres of trap music and hip hop. So yeah, that's the story behind the instrumental. Japanese vinyl, Japanese guitars, and plug and B beats, and then I put the little Hajime no Ippo snippet at the end where he's saying, like, you know, I'm not the kind of guy I usually get one bullied. I've never been in a fight. And then his mentor, the guy that coaches him in the boxing, he's like, well, if you don't do anything, you want to just stay the same. Are you okay with that? He's like, nah, I'm not okay with that. And then that transitions to the next song, Black Leather Bapestas, where I gained the confidence, you know what I mean? But is that all it for Pink Elephants, or?
Dude, I think it's like, as one last comment that I would want to say before moving on to Black Leather Bapestas was something that I actually didn't notice until you pointed it out. What's interesting is that if I like decided to listen from Pink Elephants to Simpler Times, now I realize that there are like a similar beat.
Similar beat, yeah. So plug and B, kind of rhythm and sounds.
Yeah,
the 808s and
like
perks.
a similar like a tone to it, because yeah, because there's like a certain sense of like melancholy. Like,
yeah.
Like that contrast of like while the instrumental is upbeat, the lyrics kind of get you. They kind of like tug at you.
And a lot of plug and B songs are melancholy, sad rap music, like cloud rap, SoundCloud days. Like, yeah, man, a lot of rappers, we're going through shit, but we make dope. We carry that energy. We make dope stuff that hopefully shows people that they're not alone. So
yeah. So it's like that's why I like wondering about these two, because it's like, dude, like I want to know the depth. Like what came from your mind. Like, obviously you don't have to say everything in detail, but you know, it is nice to hear like what was going through your head and what was going through your heart, like during making these certain songs, because we don't know the intentions. We just hear it and we just process like how it makes us feel. But then when we hear the intent behind it and it's deeper, it's like, at least from my experience, I feel like I would end up appreciating it and end up changing my liking for the song even more.
Yeah.
And that's been my experience with certain songs. Like now I feel like I want to listen to Pink Elephants all over again. Like,
hell yeah, man. I'm giving you context. Did you want gum, by the way? I'm gonna get gum right now.
Oh, okay, gum?
You want one?
I'll take one, because I'm like, well, I mean, hopefully I'm not gonna...
It's okay. If they hear the chewing sounds, they hear the chewing sounds. Guys, we need gum to live. It's like the coffee's done. What's gonna keep me up? I'm good though. I'm energized. It's good to get some sun, but I can't stay too long. I'm gonna get burnt. But, you know, you want me to hold that camera real quick? You could eat the gum.
I mean, actually, I want to see something.
Oh, I got it. Oh, yeah, you got the little...
That's a little...
Yeah?
Yeah. Because we can literally like film you from here as well.
Oh, dope. Yeah, heck yeah. It's kind of cool.
It's almost like the lifestyle shot.
Dope. Should I stand on this?
That's what it looks like. Yeah. Ooh. I just gotta get used to the...
Shout out Claudio, Japanese Art Dragon Mode shirt. Out now. Can't get it anymore. Exclusive. Don't miss the merch that's available now when you can.
Yeah.
Get the merch that's out.
Really good right now because I can see all of you. I mean, from upper body wise. But,
yeah.
I was like, since we're now going into Black Leather Bapestas, hearing that song gives me almost like, from the experience of listening to it, almost feels almost like I know it's gonna be a weird comparison.
Yeah.
But I started thinking of like Law and Order, something that's like a
Law and Order with the pianos.
You know what I'm talking about? Like da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's very like, this is. I mean, if you saw the Black Leather video, it's like, oh shit, you got a suit on. It's like he means business. That's kind of like the vibe you get, right?
Yeah, and so when the experience of listening to that, even just from the beginning, I'm like, okay, now this just sounds like he's getting into business. Like, let's get to work.
Even the text, even though it was Neon Genesis Evangelion anime reference, the text, now I think about it, behind the black screen and the white font, was it serif? Sans serif? Whatever. It looks like a Law and Order kind of screen, too.
And that's what I thought was so interesting, though, too, about the, like, was that intentional, or, like, did you want to make it?
Yeah, it referenced Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is the second anime I watched.
Okay.
Like that kind of title slate, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was, when I was getting into it, was there, like, I feel like when I ask you these questions, it almost sounds repetitive at this point.
Nah, ask away, brother.
Okay.
I'm here, dog. We here.
Yeah, because you came up with that obviously before we went to New York. Did you have New York in mind when you made that song? Like knowing
Walk
the vibe of New York?
heavy on the
The
big
hustle and
boss,
bustle
black
is what I
leather,
mean.
bapestas, right? Steady. Nah, not really, but it helped it. Like, cause imagine me putting on my blazer and I didn't have that beret normally. And when we went secondhand shopping, shout out Second Street, and Emporio Armani, that's freaking designer right there. A beret too. For $20. I'm like, I hope it's real. I think I'm 99% sure it's real. Hopefully. That when I saw that piece, and I was speaking to my boy Paulo that shot the video and did the photography too, the film stuff. So I was like, this is the look. This completes the blazer and slacks and white dress shirt. Is the Emporio Armani black beret on it, and then the black bapestas. I don't have it on right now, but like, you know, because we're hiking, I don't want to get it dirty. But it's like New York only exemplified it, expanded it, took it to another level. Clearly, because Super 8, black and white, it feels like, right, 1940s, like 1950s, 1940s, 1920s, like crazy looking video, man. So when I made that song, like again, I said earlier, it was one of the few that in Lost in Translation, Master V1, real fast to finish. It wasn't that it didn't take too long to make, and we finished it real quick. And I say we because David S. Park, shout out my boy David, he sent me the piano loop, then I chopped it up, added the drums, went crazy. Very inspired by Travis Scott. You guys, if you guys know, you already know what song it's inspired by. But it's like I think that song very defines me. Like, if you guys, for people watching, if you want to know what LaynoProd's music sounds like, that's very him, Black Leather Bapestas would be the one. Just from the beat style, the mix, the vocal, from the rapping to the melodic parts, and even the Tagalog. I'm there speaking Tagalog, Taglish, shout out my Filipinos that are watching. Like, I'm not the most fluent, but like, yeah, I'm proud to be Filipino American in my culture. So, and you see that, bro. But it's talking about me. I'm talking about how I'm Catholic, and I talk about my parents. I talk about the shoes, how it's giving me confidence. It's saucy, but it's very me, you know what I mean? It's Layno's found his voice, is what people tell me, and it's very true. That song very represents me and my style, my swagger, my aura, as the kids nowadays would say. So it's like, yeah, that's long story short, yes, New York enhanced it. It wasn't the origin of it, but like it made it, it took it to another level.
It definitely inspired the visuals, though.
Yeah, for sure. We made the album cover that same. When we went to shoot the Tailland album cover, we filmed the Black Leather Bapestas Super 8 video after. So it was the same suit. So New York definitely was a big part of it.
It was definitely interesting is that we technically filmed that in 2 days because in our last day there, we shot the rest of the visuals.
Yeah, St. Patrick too. St. Patrick too. The cathedral.
Oh, yeah, St.
Shout out
Patrick.
Nefty, second-hand cam operator on that, getting the shots in the church. That was dope.
Almost forgot
Super
about that.
dope. Hell
But,
yeah.
like, I love how you incorporated that in there. That's probably low-key my favorite part. The Catholic part, when you mentioned that reference, I like.
Got saints on my back because I'm Catholic, y'all.
Yeah, because I felt like I got chills when I saw that. I was like, nah, it spoke my heart.
Hell yeah, I'm not the most devout, but hey, Nefty's more devout than me, but shout out. It's very inspiring. Praise God.
Yeah.
Did you go to Mass? Did you go to church today? Did you read the Bible?
Like,
Lord first reference.
I mean, obviously, it's not about me. It's just that when I just love the experience of like listening to the things that hit home, and so obviously, like coming in from you as a friend, I'm like, nah, it feels like this is true to the both of us. It doesn't just speak to you. I love that it speaks to me as well.
Yeah.
I love that feeling of going through that experience that I can express it to you. But let me see. What the
Ay nako is next.
huh?
Ay nako is the next track,
Ay,
track
nako.
7.
So you made that like Taglish?
Ay nako. Yeah, a lot of it's Tagalog too.
Yeah.
A lot of bad words. I don't have to explain it in the video, but
Tagalog, you know.
if you listen to Ay nako by LaynoProd and Nathan, and shout out all the co-producers, it's David, David S. Park, featuring Josh Shai, my boy Jack, that's Nathan's bro. Shout out to him, he's very inspirational, very talented. Shout out Ant Deck, he laid some keys on there too. Nathan and me definitely co-produced that as well. That was fun, bro. That was a funny ass track. That you know, like when that had that beat and I told Nathan to send me a verse or something, he came up with the hook too. I was laughing my ass off, bro. Like, bro was rapping in Tagalog, saying all the possible curse words, but it was saucy and like it was dope. It sounded good. So I called him like, bro, you can't be serious. This is literally what you're saying. I ain't gonna lie though, this shit sound fire. Like, so I kept it, and bro, lo and behold, even if you don't understand the music, for people that are listening, when they hear Nako, they're like, this something about this is fire. It's always a pleasure working with Nathan. He got the vision, man. He knows good music. He's the one that got me into Travis Scott, Birds in the Trap, even more, and Metro Boomin, and you know, shout out, you know, that kind of music. It was very influential to what I do now, but. That's a fun one, man. Very Filipino ass song, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was even gonna ask.
What does it mean?
Ay nako, like obviously, like
Ay nako means like, oh my god, like ay nako, like, but it could also be like ay nako, like, but it's more like it's used contextually more like ay nako, like damn. But they're more saying like, oh my god, like in a saucy way. It's a braggadocious flex kind of song. Like me and Nathan are just like, you know. Tangina mo, may gusto sa akin ang asawa mo, kinakain niyang tosino ko, mayaman si Nate and Layno. I'm not going to translate what the first part says, but mayaman si Nate and Layno translates to Nathan and Layno are rich, are wealthy, are well off. They're bougie, you know, mayaman. Mayaman, you guys know what that means. I speak Tagalog. Mayaman si Nate and Layno.
I thought you said mamayan because I'm like, does that mean later? Like, let's talk later?
Not mamaya, mayaman. Yeah. But I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Nefty. He knows his Tagalog. Yeah, we went to Philippines together, so
yeah.
you know.
I was even because my big question, but like at least to start off, because I feel like, dude, this like Inako feels like it would at least I would start asking questions that would end up going down low key rabbit hole, because the first thing that I really wonder is like, was it spur of the moment? Because that was my impression when I first heard the song. It felt like it was spur of the moment. Was it?
In a way, yeah. Me and Nathan, we just have fun. We don't take it too serious, but we are in a way serious with our craft. We prioritize making it sound good. So, you know, but it's also saucy if you break down the lyrics, because he does a part where he raps in English, and then same with me, I rap in Tagalog and English, and it's dope. I can't wait for you guys to see more that we have planned for it. So yeah, stay tuned.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
And is it your intention to be like making? I mean, like what I wonder is like, obviously you being Filipino American, do you always have like a desire of wanting to make more songs like that?
Hell yeah! Even when people heard me rap in Black Leather Bapestas on the Tagalog part, hinahanap mo yung puso ko, wala ko nalaman ang gusto mo. Like, people are like, obviously my accent's not well, like I'm not fluent in Tagalog, but at least I know how to speak it a little bit. You know, a lot of Filipinos they don't know how to speak Tagalog anymore, but you know, I'm still learning, and I'm proud to be Filipino, so hell yeah. I'm actually networking with some dope Filipino artists, rappers, and singers online, and they're getting really good out there. They're getting really saucy, so like I definitely want to collab with them and make more songs in Tagalog and or Taglish, so hell yeah, bro.
Wait, hold up. Let's pause real quick. Oh, it's still on. Cool.
It's still rolling?
It's still rolling.
Audio-wise too? What are we at right now on this side?
The microphone is 26 minutes.
Video 2?
Video 2 is the same thing.
Okay,
like
bet.
26 minutes.
But anything else about Ay Nako? And then we'll talk about Dragon Mode, because we're here.
Ooh,
and then from there,
song.
we could start walking for...
The breakthrough song. Wait, was that the first single?
No, Ukiyo was.
Ukiyo. Okay.
But we're good with Ay Nako? We're talking about Dragon Mode now?
Man, I feel like I'm going to end up wanting to ask like more questions about that. But I think when it comes up, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, because personally, I also wonder this too. Would you ever make a Tagalog album? Like
hell yeah! I'm gonna need a lot of help. I'm not fluent.
Oh shit.
So yeah. It's still rolling though. Don't cut it. It's still rolling.
Hold up. Yeah, it died.
Oh, my phone?
No.
Oh.
The gimbal.
Oh, it's all good. You can hand hold it now. Let me hold this for now so you can put
hold
that
it
away.
for now. Like, yeah, thank you so much.
It's good, y'all.
Yeah, that's good. We're about to shapeshift into this different direction of filmmaking.
Cinematic mode's so cool. This shit looks.
I know.
The way it has like that depth of field.
I just get
pretty
into
saucy.
that. What if? Like, I hope that this is focused on you and not the background. You know.
Oh, it is what it is.
Hey, look,
we here,
high
man.
quality answers.
Look at this view, though.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Okay, have that on.
The mountains are calling, and I must go.
So we are. Is that the 6th track?
Nako's track 7, so Dragon Mode is track 8.
8. Yeah. Okay.
Careful not to hit the power button, but yeah,
Okay.
it's still rolling.
It is still rolling.
Audio's still good.
The audio is yeah. It's hold up. Let me check. Like, because I was gonna say yeah, but I thought you meant for the recording. Yeah, it's still rolling. Audio's still rolling. So.
Okay, dope. What's next? Dragon Mode.
Go into the new mode, Dragon Mode.
Speaking of Dragon Mode, shout out my boy Claudio. He's out in Japan right now. He just got to Tokyo, but look at that design. Look at the details, man. It says, I think, Kikasu Dragon Modo. Yeah. I could read a little bit of the katakana and the hiragana. I think this is Claudio Aguilar, and then LaynoProd. Then you have the, shout out to the ladies. The Dragon Mode, 10,000 streams in 3 months. My fastest performing single because it landed girl workout playlist, hot girl gym workout playlist, and that drip feed to other girls adding it to their workout playlist. So they're out here getting strong. That's representation with the dual sword, Miyamoto Musashi. Girls in the gym, getting strong, and you got the dragon. Boom! Like, that's dope. Like, look at the details. Look at the colors. Man.
Like, take a little peek in that, because...
Really, though, I got the black and yellow one.
And how long did it take Claudio to make this?
Man, he spent a good amount of time on it, but hey, it's quality. I'm inspired and proud of that. He's the homie.
Like a month?
I think a couple months, yeah.
A couple of months, honestly.
And he did hella research. He knows people that speak fluent. He knows a little bit of Japanese. He asked actual Japanese people, hey, is this accurate? And he studied Japanese art. This is called ukiyo-e art. That's where that song ukiyo comes from. Ukiyo-e art was that time period, Edo, Japan, where they had the woodblock prints and, they had depictions of samurais, human life, nature, the Great Wave. Okusai is one of the main artists for ukiyo art. So there's a ukiyo art, traditional Japanese style of art. Yeah, of how he draws the people, the dragon, the patterns, the colors, the format, the composition. Modern take too with the hoodie and the,
High key though, not trying to, I wasn't intending to cross-reference this, but I almost want to say he went Dragon Mode onto Dragon Mode.
Yeah, he did. He went, hey man, that's who, people I work with, you, him, like, we all got to give it our best. Come on, man. Quality over everything.
Hella shout out to Claudio, because I'm like, this shirt is like, it's just so pleasing to look at.
Yeah, look at
art
this.
in itself. I'm like, I really wish I could see this in an art museum. It deserves that.
Yeah, it's crazy because his drawing on his sketchbook, it's actually very close to the print. Like, shout out to the print. It's very good. Yeah.
That's why I was really wanting to ask. And so now, besides like the art going into the songs, so did you intend to have like the collaborator into the song? I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, shout out my boy Okello. Yeah, that was our first session together. I'm gonna keep the story short, but basically, because you guys, if you haven't seen the music video, shout out Paolo. Shot that in a Chinese restaurant. Unfortunately, it's no longer there. Had the full Kill Bill suit on, the yellow Bruce Lee suit. Had the Onitsuka Tigers before it was trendy. Now everyone got the shoes. Before it was trendy, this was 2023 September, and inspired by Kill Bill and Bruce Lee. And first session with Okello in November of 2022. This was one of the songs that came from November 22, along with Japan Part 3 and How Can I Lose and Nako, etc. But Okello, me and Okello's first session, we talked for hours, right? That's how my sessions go. We just talk for hours and then we make music, right? One of the first things he does, he pulls out a script from his backpack, because we're talking about Tarantino. I think it was the script to Reservoir Dogs, I believe, the first Tarantino feature film. And I'm like, how the heck you have the script just in your backpack? Like, he's also, actor as well, and he'd be doing a lot of stuff outside of music. So it's like, that's dope. His love for film and Tarantino and all that. And we just relate with that, Bruce Lee films. But it's a motivational ass song. That's where grind mode came from, dragon mode. Like, he came up with the hook. Really though, I got the black and yellow one, think afloat. Got stingers though, kicking some ass on dragon mode, dragon mode. All I did there was the verse, and during his hook I would go yeah, 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 but then I had to feel the little fist of fury. Do not test me, see the little wrist McFlurry. Shit, you lucky, flow with the water, no hurry. Practice this 1 punch 10,000, now fear me. That's Bruce Lee. Practice this 1 punch 10,000, now fear me. Like, I don't fear the man that practiced 10,000 kicks, but the man that practiced one kick 10,000 times. That's Bruce Lee right there. So it's like, it's a motivational ass song, and when we made the song, it felt like I started playing for everyone, and bro, they're like, bro, unanimously, this is your best song. Like, sonically, like, just everything is like top tier. Like, this is one of your best songs, Layno, if not your best. And then over time, it's like, this could go in the gym, and I'm like pitching it to all these different playlists, and it really hit with the hot girl gym workout playlist. So shout out to all the ladies across the US and Europe and everywhere around the world bumping dragon mode. Like, keep it going, stay strong, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stay fit and healthy around these tough times. So
and all the context in that song. I almost want to even get into the video though too, because it's like, was it run and gun style? Like, when you
yeah, it wasn't really supposed to be video. It was more like lyric performance video. But hey, people felt like it was actual video. So shout out my boy Paolo, man. We just had fun with it. I had the fucking I can't even fucking do it. and then Okello had a samurai sword, and he was doing this. He was ninja. He was a freaking samurai out there, bro. Real warrior. And I was like, I'm there doing my little funny I got a size a little too small for the Kill Bill Bruce Lee suits. I was like, yeah, I gotta chill. I should have got a size, so I'm not Bruce Lee, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the reason why I asked was because you guys took shots of yourselves, like, in literally eating in the restaurant, besides doing all
that was very, like, what do you call it, improv, just boom. And the way the servers were, I don't know if they were aware of it, but everything seemed like, shout out Paulo again, he's a sniper, like, he got that shit. And it felt like they were part of it, you know? They're taking our orders, and we're just like, and then boom, the beat drops, and we're going. It was like one take kind of shit. So it's like, yeah.
The fact that it technically wasn't staged, but it just flowed.
That's how we do it. That's the chemistry, bro. And then once the camera's on, we rolling, bro. So.
And that's like what I like about hearing this behind the scenes, because I wasn't there. I'm like, nah, what was the breakdown, you know? And so, Dragon Mode as well. You intentionally wanted to make a song, like a motivational song, besides like How Can I Lose, like that, because Dragon Mode.
That was the OG grind mode theme, because of Dragon Mode.
So Dragon Mode was the first kind of motivational song you worked on?
Not in general, but for the album, like, that was established that theme of grind mode for Japan Part 3, which is now Till I Land. Yeah.
Okay.
It was that song, Dragon Mode.
Yeah.
When you hear it, it makes you want to punch and kick and go hard in the gym, bro. Shout out Nefty, he's doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's going Dragon Mode with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Professor to play Dragon Mode.
Yeah, please, man. I need more streams. Add it to Spotify or Apple Music, either one. Like, hell yeah. Tell him, hey, add this to your playlist. You don't even gotta say you know this person. Just be like, there's this guy that's like, he's making dope stuff inspired by Bruce Lee. I think it'd be good for the gym. Here, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Don't say it's your friend until he rocks with it and it's like, hey, actually, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so that's why I keep saying that's why this and that or whatever. Like, I'm repeating myself at this point. So, track after that, there's the
Japan Part 3.
Japan Part 3.
You want to start walking too?
Yeah, let's go. Let's start walking, because I'm like, this is already. We're technically halfway through the album, so obviously halfway through the BTS.
Yeah.
So,
you have everything? Yeah.
I have everything. Yeah.
We're still rolling. How many minutes are we at?
In my backpack, huh?
How many minutes are we at?
36 minutes.
Okay, bet.
And if you like, also if you're gonna ask, it is.
After Japan Part 3, it's ever all at once, and we could cut it for the last part. So it'll be 3 parts.
Just checking the audio, that's why. But,
yeah, let this guy pass. Oh no, we're good. He's looking at a view.
Well, there's another bagger coming. All right, let me just I'm gonna just go over here just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. So Japan Part 3, there's technically a lot of interesting details that go into it, because obviously it's the third song that you're making, but knowing that this was originally going to be the title for this album, like, what made you want to just change it to just the song track? Was it going to be like the album named after the song title, or?
Well, no, the title track was afterwards. It used to be called Panko. So shout out my boy Saki. We made that song again November 2022.
Yeah.
that was again like Okello, our first session together, and we made a banger. Shout out my boy P that co-produced that, you know. Like that song was a banger, and he co-produced Dragon Mode too, you know. So it's like the B-side almost to Dragon Mode, if you think about it. Like it sounds similar, right? 'Cause the
Yeah.
producers are the same. But boom, I go in. It's a faster beat. Fly to Osaka, Audemars timepiece. She whisper in my ear, hey, it's my live stream. Keep going, see the lights blinded. It starts for a weekend. Go back to remind me. So it's like a crazy, like faster verse. Rap, real, just rapping, you know? That trend was established by me and Nathan on the song Japan. Like there's no chorus. We're just rapping. That's what I wanted for that song. At the time it was called Panko. Saki did his thing. He did a fire verse. And then that song was already about maybe 3 minutes. And I made the song, shout out my boy Garrett, shout out my boy Master Soul, and we had the song called Tertiary, which is third, and co-produced by David S. Park. Like they went crazy on the verses too, and that was a little like 2-minute thing. So I was like, you know, this is some rapping song, this is another rapping song, let's put the rapping songs all in one, just to show people, although I'd be doing the auto-tune shit, I started this shit as a rapper. I got bars like don't even like check the punchlines, the songwriting, the rhyme schemes, the pen game is strong, the flows. Fly to Osaka, Audemars timepiece, she whispered in my ear, hey, it's live stream, keep going, see the lights blinded, and started for a weekend, go back to remind me, got a little taste of top tier fish, went up to the world and keep merch shipping, serve a little sushi, still on my missions, start living bougie, little baddie still miss me, level up my health spectacular, go yeah, so it's like go around the world, learn all vernacular, so it's like it's crazy, like rap shit, bro. So it's like, come on, man, like I gotta remind people, I needed a track where I remind people I rap. It's just something I needed to get off my chest. Like, guys, I did not lose that shit just because I'd be singing more and whatnot. Like,
for all those that are like OG fans that have been around like with Layno's music for a long time, it's almost like a throwback. It's almost nostalgic listening to Japan Part 3 from like from the viewer's standpoint.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's like just expressive. But wait, is Japan Part 3 like one of the longest songs on the album?
Yeah, it's close to pushing 5 minutes, I think.
That's crazy, right?
But yeah, I mean, anything else about Japan Part 3?
I almost want to ask, do you know if there's going to be like a Japan Part 4 song?
Nah, that's always the joke. Where's the next Japan Part 78, right? Like, yeah, who knows?
You're like, because you remind me of Kid Cudi, the way that he's made like Solo Dolo Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.
Yeah, watch out.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he's one of the first to do that.
Yeah, it's good that he called it out.
Yeah, of course. Nefty's gonna be alive in the filming of this video.
Imagine like I get hit and it's just like, oh, well, you saw a stunt happen. Well, it's an attention getter. Anyways,
This guy.
so let's go on to
Everywhere All at Once.
My favorite
Track
my
10.
favorite
Let's
on that
go.
album. Yeah, shout
out
to
John for finishing that song. My boy John, he's now question mark. Check out his music. He sauced that up, man. Not only he's an artist, but producer, musician, engineer that I love and respect. And he added a dope intro and outro to that and really tied it all together so it flows seamlessly on the album. But that kind of, you had your songs of like rapping or like Black Leather Bapestas, nako, Dragon Mode, Japan Part 3. Now we're going back to the abstract, experimental, melodic. Layno's an artist. He's kind of weird. Like he's doing some left of field shit. Everywhere All at Once, kind of like the movie, is like a mind, you know, like whoa. Yeah, literally.
Screw.
Yeah, it's just like, just making you like, what am I hearing? What am I experiencing? Let me ask you, Nefty Project. What do you feel when you hear that song? Because you're definitely like the handful of people that really put that as their top 3, if not one of their most favorite ones. There's a certain feeling you get from the song, and now I'll tell you about the process because it was a very weird process, but I'm glad I got it done. Yeah. So yeah, what do you feel? I'm asking you.
Thank you for asking. Honestly, dude, listen. Ever since I remember when I told you my first impression, the first thing that stood out to me was the new jack swing style. That's, oh my gosh, gave me 90s vibes, like early 90s vibes, because that was the style. Yeah, exactly.
I like.
Yeah, because I remember how I told you it reminds me of Poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me out of my mind. That's what me.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out my professor. Man, he's dope. Like if you guys don't know, he produced that song Belle Biv DeVoe Poison. He actually did.
Oh yeah, I think I let your phone.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Met a lot of
Yeah,
dope professors at USC that worked on notable music.
if I could say, part of me feels like
Professor Wolf is his name, by
I
the
think I
way.
could be able to.
Shout out to him.
Oh, okay, cool. What was I gonna
Yeah,
say?
New Jack Swing. You felt the New Jack Swing
Yeah, that
vibe.
was the first
It
thing
was like
that.
something's throwback about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, this is like it gives a nostalgic experience when I'm listening to it. But the thing is, that's coming from somebody who likes who's grown up to '90s music. And I'm pretty sure you have too because you have
Yeah.
older siblings.
You know what's crazy though is it's funny how you brought New Jack Swing because when I was making it, I wasn't thinking of it as far as the swing and the drums. I was going for UK Garage. So UK Garage has a swing in the percussion and the drums, and the hi hats are going. So it's kind of like swinging too, but it's like I did that with 808s. That was the difference. So that was like it made it more like heavy, more rap, more trap, more hip hop, like with the heavier bass and sound selections on the drums. But the fact that there's a swing in UK Garage and a similar swing to New Jack Swing, I could see why now when you brought it up. So I'm like, that's dope. I didn't intend that, but hey, that's the beauty of making art. It's like sometimes, you know.
Exactly, dude. Like, and you said that like the inspiration for making that song was out of watching Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I thought of like when I made the beat because it was such a dope beat, again, Japanese vinyl, crazy vocal chop. It's like what the fuck? It's like and when I saw the movie, I barely saw Everywhere All at Once, and I thought of that line. I could be everywhere all at once, like I'm Kehui Kwan. Call me a scatterbrain. And so it's like. And then I saw the movie because I was like, okay, I can't just reference Kehu Kwan and not watch it. Like, let me watch this shit. And then I was like, confirmed. I'm like, damn, this movie is crazy shit, visually and storytelling wise. And I'm like, that's dope. And it had the deeper message of family and all that stuff and finding yourself. So I was like, that's dope. And it is Everywhere All at Once. The process of me just recording different vocals, different thoughts I had to myself. And just putting it all together was a challenge in itself, but hey, from the jump, sonically, it was already exciting and engaging. So, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like another thing that I was gonna add though too. Honestly, it was one of the rare. Listening to that song was one of the rare songs that, still to this day, whenever I listen to it, I want to dance to it.
Hell yeah, appreciate that. It just makes you like, I don't know, it just you feel that shit. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of fun doing that and. It's a very unique sound. I don't think I've made a song like that before, and it definitely sounds like something. I don't think it sounds like a lot of stuff that's out there, for real. It's like there's a lot of stuff that it's influenced by and whatnot. So, yeah, it's very dope.
Yeah, dude, and I was wondering because the song is like one of your faster paced songs on the album, besides like Foreign Land.
Yeah, I'll watch your set, man.
Did it take
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that looks like a cactus. Hold up. Did it take long to make that song? Because I don't know, like I don't realize like how is it harder to make a faster beat song?
A little bit, yeah. What was the question? My bad.
It's because I was see, I'm not trying to cross-reference the song, but I am Scatterbrain too. You see it too. So
Yeah. Nefty, I see why Nefty likes the song.
Yeah,
He relates to it.
yeah. I'm like, the song is me. But I was gonna say,
I can hear all these voices in my head. I can be schizophrenic. I need a schizophrenic.
yeah. It's just I was like wondering, like, was it like for this specific song because of how fast-paced it is? Like, was it harder to make it?
Yeah, it was. You could hear it too, like all the various verses and the vocal deliveries. You could tell I was trying to see and make sense of the pockets I would choose vocally, sonically, and I was like, what you guys heard final product is what I think made sense hearing it. It's like controlled chaos in a way. Yeah.
Dude, like, and honestly, obviously the video's not out. Thank you.
Yeah.
The video's not out yet, but I already
Dude, guys, stay tuned. Nefty was filming that in New York, and we're gonna finish the rest in Japan hopefully soon. Like,
God willing.
they're not. Yeah, God willing, they're not ready for that shit, bro. That's some next level stuff. Like
short film experience.
Like if you guys like Pink Elephants, Everywhere All at Once is even more cinematic. Let's just say that it's gonna be a movie for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm like. Nah, dude, this song, like, I could ask like so many questions about it, but obviously that would turn into a long video in itself. But anyways, like, I feel like it already is because of how much we've been talking. It is 47 minutes, just to let you know.
Cool. I think we should end it here and then finish the part 3.
Let's go. Last part. All right, so this is basically the lightning round for the last 5 tracks. This is the act 3 of technically Till I Land. I was gonna say, so the next track on the 11th track on the album.
Simpler Times.
Simpler Times. Like
Back then it was simpler times. Back then it was. Ah, it takes me back to New York all the time hearing that song. Shout out Paulo and Guillermo. They already know.
oh, and the behind the scenes about it, like the fact that it was all made in that hotel room, like
That shit was lame. Shout out my boy from the Ocho, Guillermo. That shit was lame. He snapped on that verse. Hell yeah, Plug and B. Shout out David for the co-production. Hell yeah.
being in the, I mean, because if you look at the vlog, it almost looks like spur of the moment. Because
We made that in the hotel, but the hook was already there. The beat was there. I didn't think it'd be a song about New York, but I was like, hey, I have my laptop, I have my mic, my mini stand, Apple earpods. Like, let's get this going. Guillermo's like, all right, from the show, boom, did his verse. I did my verse. I already had the hook. Back then, it was simple time, simple, repetitive, catchy hook. Paolo was there to capture the moment. Nefty witnessed it. Like, hell yeah, man. New York vibes. That's
the BTS, how it was made. I was gonna ask, did Guillermo ask, or did you ask him to be on the track?
I think I asked him. That's usually how the features go. Because I already have the vision. Like, I could hear you doing some shit on this. So, yeah, I think I asked him. Yeah, and he was down. So shout out to him, man. He did his thing.
So did you you said he made music before? Did you listen to it before?
Yeah, and then he stopped for a little bit, and then I think that trip got him doing it again. So it's super dope, very inspiring.
There was a little interesting fact was that because Guillermo, well, he's a very friendly dude, and I could tell he's like humble on the low though too, but I mean humble like on the low, I mean shy, because I remember at one point when he wanted to do the lyrics, it was like me being the one that he least knows was like wanting me to cover my ears or something.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot with a lot of artists too. Like someone like me, like I don't mind. Like I've done this, you know what I mean? I don't mind when people are watching. I feel a little bit of the nervousness and anxiety, but it's like I've done enough to like get through that. But I don't blame artists. They need their mind and their mojo and their space like clear of anything. So it's like, yeah, it's like that's very normal. You know what I mean? If they could even ask you to leave the room. Like if the more studio sessions you go to, sometimes people just don't want no one there. They want the lights off, nothing. Like they just need to tune into themselves and do their thing.
Interesting.
It's the process. It's part of the process. Yeah.
No, it's interesting, but it's also relatable. Honestly, if I was in the shoes, I would want the same way. I'm like, dude, I don't want to feel nervous. Like I can't deliver. Like
Yeah. But he did his thing, man. So shout out.
And you guys finished that whole song like in that session in the hotel?
Yeah, you know how I fucking work with people. Like we get it done. Like we have to get it done. I ain't here wasting time. Like we could push through it, and I'm glad he did, man. We've made some dope stuff out of that. It's definitely a favorite for a lot of people, man. Simpler Times. It's a good song.
Yeah. I just like learning about the BTS about that, because I was like, dude, the fact that it was one of those songs that I was there when you guys.
You witnessed it in the making of it. You sat in the studio session, literally. You had no choice. We did it in the room. So.
Yeah. So I'm like, what was it? And what you guys were you guys both coming up with the idea of it sounding kind of like nostalgic, because the lyrics sound nostalgic when you.
In a way, yeah, because the hook's saying like back then it was simpler times. So I was like, you know, that's the macro theme. That's usually how I approach the artist features. Like I'll give them the macro theme, but I want them to tell their story and have it open to their interpretation and more. So it's like, I love it when artists tell their story, because that's why I asked them to feature, because I want them to. They're the feature, you know. I don't want them to fit in the mold I'm giving them. I want them to be themselves, and I'm asking them through their grace and gratitude, like to be part of it. You know what I mean? So I'm glad he told his story on that. You hear it in his lyrics, you know. He's really saying some shit, so that's dope. You know, every time I have people feature, I want them to tell their story. That's why I'm asking them to feature. You know what I mean?
Everyone who hears this is considering working with LaynoProd, reach out to him, because it will be the best experience.
You too nice, dog.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm talking about from my own experience, not just because I'm his friend.
There you go, man. Appreciate it, my guy.
Yeah, and so obviously, like, I want to keep this going. So track 12,
Ukiyo.
Ukiyo.
The first single from it.
Track in the release of the album.
Ask me anything you want to know about Ukiyo. I'm ready.
So. Okay, like
what an amazing fucking song.
What was there like a certain trigger like of inspiration that started
The Weekend?
The Weekend?
Wasted Times. I barely listened to My Dear Melancholy.
Yeah.
Too Late was my original favorite from The Weekend, because After Hours, I'm kind of late, guys. I know OG Weekend fans, they know. Like I was late to The Weekend. My favorite album from his is After Hours, but then I listened to My Dear Melancholy. Too Late was my OG favorite. It's way too late with the UK garage drum rhythm. Oh my god, beautiful. Shout out Ilangelo, he produced that. Crazy. That's like Weeknd's main producer, and engineer too. Then it's like that song was so dope. And then I heard Wasted Times on My Dear Melancholy, which was produced by Skrillex and Frank Dukes, and wasted times another one else, and it was like the UK garage rhythm. Even though that influenced my part on that influenced my part on the waves keep getting slower. Yeah, I know it could be overwhelming. Like that's very Weekend influence, you know what I mean? And the rapping part influenced by Gunna too. Deep in your ocean, I'm searching for pearls. That's like that's very Gunna influence. But yeah, Wasted Times, The Weeknd, Gunna, hell yeah, that's the influence sonically. Yeah. And that was actually the first song I did in 2023. And I was able to finish it in January 2023, which is why when my hard drive got wiped, it didn't get wiped because I was able to like finish it already.
So you would say it was meant to be, it was absolutely meant to be by divine intervention.
Yeah, I guess. That's a little deep, but you said divine intervention.
Divine will.
I mean, it was like that whole 2023 period. I mean, mind you, right? 2022, I dropped 3 albums. Boom, boom, boom. And it's like, let me work on singles, give it my most quality, push the single, one song as an album with rollout visuals, the story behind it, all that with Ukiyo and Dragon Mode. And it's like that, I had to put those on the album too. Like I was gonna not put it on the album because it's already good at standing alone, but like people wanted it on the album. I'm like, all right, they asked, they received. Like fuck it, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lot of people say it's one of my best songs too, for sure. That and Dragon Mode, like 2023, I snapped, man. I did my thing.
Oh, so definitely did. Even the video, like,
yeah, video's crazy. Shout out Paolo, you know, shout out Paolo for doing that. You know what I mean? We shot some of it in Vegas, some of it here in LA. So yeah, man.
Nah, that was crazy. Like, I would want to ask more questions, but like I said, we gotta move on.
We got time. It's getting hot. You guys forgot we're on a hike.
Move on to the lucky number 13.
Woo, that's why I put one of my favorites. I was intentional with that because 13, I was born on 13. It's good luck, not bad luck for me at least. September 13. Track 13 is Cinema. Shout out Plu. He co-produced Ukiyo, kid from Japan. I've never met him, but we work online. Hopefully when I'm back in Japan, I could collab with him. I think he's in like college right now and he's about to start work soon. But yeah, like dope kid, always wanted to collab with me. Doesn't speak fluent English and I don't speak fluent Japanese, but we're learning and we're communicating through like Google Translate and all that and Instagram, and it's dope. He co-produced Ukiyo. So like I said from earlier part, right? I think I said it in the very beginning of this video. He sent me that beat. That was the last track. That was the last track that he sent with Cinema. And I was like, let me throw this on the album. And then boom. And then I made my first jerk beat and I added that to the end of that song. That's why there's that beat switch. And it's 4 minutes long. But man, that's a fun song. I was watching anime all of summer. Hajime no Ippo, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Trigun. And I watched hella anime this summer. And I was like, let me put this on this track, bruh. Cinema too, because I referenced Interstellar. Christopher Nolan is my favorite directors. Leaving mind boggling. I say that on the second half of the beat. By far, like Interstellar, can't wait till I land. You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah. I love movies, I love anime. And I make it make sense in my life too.
And were the animes like what inspired the song, like in terms of like?
Yeah, go to new cities like Vash Stampede. Vash Stampede, the main character on Trigun. He goes to new cities all the time.
Oh my God.
Mind you, he wrecks them, he destroys them. Not willingly, but I mean, I won't spoil it, but that's like the plot kind of. It's like a Wild West kind of thing. He's going to different cities and for some reason he just destroys the city. Go to new cities like Vash Stampede. And then the second part of it, all I want to bring is love and peace. Because that's, Vash Stampede is really a good, wholesome ass dude. You know what I mean? Very Christian in a way. He wants to bring love and peace. For some reason, chaos always comes around when he goes to a new city. But I won't spoil that. You watch it and figure it out.
Right. Watch it for yourself. Oh my God.
No, you're good. Wanna go here? Little viewpoint.
Little, yeah. Little, we're about to go up.
But Cinema, man, track 13. Are there questions about it?
Another view. Layno views.
Look at that, bro. Look at that.
Ooh, dude, this looks like a wallpaper. Look.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
But yeah. DVD, this would be the DVD menu picture.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know where the top and the bench is, and I don't know how much further. Yeah, but we could also start heading back. But it's up to you, or we could keep going.
Yeah, if you want to head back, honestly, it's fine.
Yeah, we should.
We're already
Because of
running out
time too, yeah. And
Alright,
yeah.
well-
But hey, we made it here at the X. There was a
yeah.
higher viewpoint with a bench and everything. No, actually, no. Let's keep going because we have to do the video, the other video. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, we're gonna keep going, guys. We're gonna keep going. We ain't giving up. Yeah. You still got energy though, yeah?
Yeah, I still have a lot of energy, honestly, dude. But I was gonna also ask, moving on to the 14th track, which was originally gonna be the last one, but now it's stuck in the last, so we don't get to say goodbye to you yet. So, was it the
Self and I.
track? Huh?
Self and I, track 14.
Self and I, and it gives me the vibe that now you just realize it's all you that stands alone.
Yeah, it's definitely the saddest track on there.
Oh man.
When no one's around, no one but myself and I. Like, damn, Debbie Downer over here.
Yeah.
But hey, man, there's some wholesome and there's some like gratefulness and hopefulness in and even grace, self-grace and in the lyrics in that song. It's not all around depression. No, it's not just that. It's like, hey man, when we're all alone, we go through these thoughts, but one, you guys aren't alone, I'm not alone. But it's also like how I, got closer to God, but also even more stoic, mindset wise, leveling up in that sense. When things are hard, a lot of it's just us battling this. So, I don't know the answers for everyone, but for me, making music, that's how I was able to push through it. So
Yeah, that's why I was like having that wonder. Every album usually has like a high and low when you're going through the whole listening experience, like from top to bottom. That one, like, was there like a certain low point in your life that inspired that song or something, or was it coming out of?
It's funny because it wasn't a specific moment, but I would say, funny enough, I started working on that song near when my hard drive got wiped.
It's always the hard drive.
And it was like, damn, that really affected Layno. I mean, maybe I was too attached to my
even
work. Maybe that was a life lesson, like, don't get too attached. That's also stoic philosophy is like, you're not supposed to get too attached to things. It leads to disappointment. We're all human. Things happen. Life happens. Things you can't control. But what you can control is how you react to it. So I think that was my way of dealing with it. Making music. It's like, damn, I'm in my studio. People are busy grinding. People are going through their own life shit too. I can't make it all about me. But damn, I just lost all these files. Let's make a song. Shout out my boy Dev Fury from Montreal, Canada. Did his thing with the guitars, fire verse. And shout out my boy David again. Damn David S. Park co-produced that shit. And when we made that beat, I thought of the chorus, just writing again to the beat sonically. When I heard those very emotional keys playing, very melancholic, I started thinking of the words. When no one's around, no one but myself and I. That stuff.
Oh my gosh, you guys going.
And Nefty, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. You could dodge
like
traffic.
nature.
Yeah.
I saw another song reference right there.
Anyways, yeah, man, Self and I. It's like, I think if it was a specific moment, it was that. I'm trying to think that was around when the time I made it. June, July, August, like right after 2023 when my hard drive got wiped in June 2023. So
early 2023. But that's not one of the first songs that you made, right?
Huh?
For the album?
What's that?
Self and I? Like, Self and I wasn't one of the first songs you made on the album, right?
No, it's around the middle, I would say.
I'm out of breath already.
It's around the middle.
Yeah, okay, around the middle part. And so now it gets us here to the ending.
Last song, because clearly, physically, we're being challenged by this incline. Now, but we're almost at the top. But, you'll see a little bit of the top once we reach it. But anyways, the last song, Tomorrow is a Better Day, track 15. I wanted to end it, not because Self and I originally was going to be the OG ending. For real. I didn't want to end it in that, even though it would have been a really powerful ending. It doesn't fully represent me to end a project like that, at least in that time period of my life. Like, sure, even the song itself is not fully sad and down. I always try to see the good in things. I'm very optimistic. I trust God, I believe in God. So it's like, things will get better. And that inspired when I made the song Tomorrow's a Better Day. What's your questions about that? You want to go sonically? You want to go lyrically? Because that's a heck of a song. Yeah.
Okay, it's still on. Just checking. Okay.
Yeah, people behind you too. Watch out. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
So, sonically, lyrically.
You catch your breath too, by the way.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to,
you can let me know too. You don't have to. Yeah, because it's like.
I think it's just like it's going good. Like, hello.
Yeah.
I'm like literally, like my heart.
Cardio is testing right now.
And it's weird because I'm like, this is not even heavy, but holding.
We still rolling, by the way? We gotta think of time, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Because like we're so close. But what was it? You said you didn't want to end the album like originally with Self and I.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, I feel like Tomorrow's a Better Day was a stronger, better ending.
It's way better because honestly, from my experience, I don't know why. I think it's just me psyching myself into thinking this, but it feels like every time I listen to the last song on the album, it always feels like, why do they always gotta set it like in a melancholic tone? Like, you know, like it's an emotional goodbye for now. And I'm like, if you ended it like that, it would have just been one of those.
It just would have been one of those. Yeah, it would have been too predictable, too typical. And things, life and me, as my experience with life is a little bit more nuanced than that. So as I'm making, you know, another vinyl sample, and I never see you smile, right? For a while, even though we had it all. Like, it's very like, whoa, that's a dope. I'm not even gonna say the sample, but very dope lyric and song by a singer. And then I chop it up. It was like a hip hop, almost boom bap, but modern take twist to it with the 808s. It's like, hell yeah. And then I got shout out my boy Ant Deck to rap on that, do a verse. Then I did my verse, and we bounced, you know, ideas on there, talking about our lives, and they're more positive, but, you know, real wholesome kind of approach. And then I had shout out my boy Temo, added synths to make it saucier with the outro, and then shout out my boy Elias Clay, who did that beautiful choir, angelic ass outro a cappella at the end. So that to me, and even the last thing that he said at the end, you'll find me, right? You'll find me. Crazy how he thought about that. He was like, damn, till I land, you'll find me, ... Like, that kind of fits. That really represents what my life is right now. So, and then that ends, and then it goes back to foreign lands. It's like a perfect loop, kind of. We're actually close to the top. I see it.
We are. We're heading there right now.
And I remember that porta potty in case you need to use it, but I don't think so because we're almost there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Other questions about it? I think I answered it in a nutshell.
Pretty much.
But any deeper part of that you wanted to know, or like kind of last thoughts kind of thing? But it's up to you.
No, it's about. Well,
oh, shout out David too. He co-produced that too. I just remembered. Yeah, we met. Yeah. David produced, I think, half the album, like 7 songs, co-produced a bunch of stuff. So, you know, he's one of the dopest and friends and musicians and producers I'm glad to work with.
Well, shout out to David.
Yeah, everyone check out David S. Park. Damn David, it's David, it's David, it's David. So, you know what I mean? Clearly he got a variety of styles and skills and talents, and I collab with a lot of dope artists, producers, and engineers as well. I'm thankful for everyone that helped me on this project, man. It's so dope. When you work with a team like that, you're able to accomplish great things. So, yeah.
Well, so any last questions? It would close out like so we started out from a macro point. I want to end in a macro point. But
okay.
Since now we got to the end of the track list, this concludes your album. Is there any vital things that you learned from the experience of making this specific album? Like I would want to hear on a producing point, and then if there's if there's an aspect like a lyrical side of it, I'd love to hear it, and especially from a personal standpoint.
Let me answer the personal standpoint first, because that came to mind first. One of the biggest personal lessons I got from working on Till I Land for damn near over 2 years, from what was it, like I think May or June of 2022 till September 2024. So over 2 years, right? Yeah. Versus me in 2022 dropping 3 albums in 1 year. It was a learning learning process of that trait, patience. You know, we all hear that all the time, but really to sit with music you love, lose a lot of it in half a year, 6 months of work, making new ones, being open to things changing and developing and evolving, that teaches you patience, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know how, but it paid off, because good songs, good art is timeless. It has no expiration date. And when you're open to things getting better and developing it, having open mind, again, shout out Rick Rubin, Creative Act Book. I highly recommend that. That mentally got me prepared to make it even better than what I thought it was going to be originally. So patience was a big lesson, and you guys got to learn how to be patient with things. I know, you know, social media trained us in a way to just have everything now, but it is true when they say great things take time. You know, you can't rush the process, and it sounds cliche, but it's very true once you actually do it. if you know you're working on something that's going to require more time, and it's not even me like putting it off like procrastination. Clearly I wanted to release it as soon as I started making it, but because I was open to it, developing, and it got to a point where me first and then the people I trust from various ranges agreed that this is ready to go. People were telling me like, drop the album, it's ready to go, you know. So it's like that definitely got me, lean this way, that definitely got me more prepared for something like that. So yeah. It's still rolling?
Yeah, it's still rolling.
So patience was the personal lesson I learned for Till I Land. And not only with the music, with my life. Just patient with everything, bro. Like, for real, you know. But in production and songwriting wise, I would say collaboration still is dope. I collab with so many people, damn near 20 to 30 people on this whole project. Songwriting, it's the most mature album. The most me, the most authentic. Even when it was a fuck around party song, it was still very me, intentionally, right? So it's my most mature, most authentic album so far. It represents me up to the age of 27, you know, growing up in my young adulthood life so far. And the mental and things I experienced, translating that to music in a saucy, entertaining, engaging, fun, and relatable way was something I wanted to share, and I'm glad to share that it's finally out with people. So if you haven't checked it out yet, if this hour, 2 hour, hour and a half long conversation, this hike with me and Nefty projects didn't convince you enough, just check out the music for yourself. I appreciate anyone that has the time to listen to 50 straight minutes. It's worth a lot. So I'm thankful for you guys' time spending it listening to my album Till I Land, and let me know how it makes you feel, if you relate to it. If not, all good. It's not for everybody, I'll tell you that. And I'm at peace with nobody liking it as well. I'm just glad that there are a few and dope people from all around the world of all different types of backgrounds that are motivated, inspired, and positively impacted by art I was blessed and had the privilege to create and share. So praise God for that and all the people that helped me with it. So yeah.
So yeah.
That was a good outro, huh?
The typical ending that students end their presentation.
So yeah.
So yeah.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The little awkward like talking.
Yeah,
so, yeah. In conclusion, you know, like those memes with the graduation speeches.
Oh yeah.
Go further. In conclusion. Yeah. Watch that. Just pause right here too. The terrain's rough. I mean, we could end it here too, but it's a cool view.
It is a cool view. So
look at that.
The end of
you can see the water.
Huh? The fog, dude.
Sort of. Yeah. Have a good one.